So today's shenanigans, we ripped out a transmission. Oh, by the way, say hello to my cab. Yeah, so I have to replace my clutch. And if I'm doing that, I'm like, well, I might as well replace my rear main seal that's obviously leaking. Like, if I'm doing that, I might as well replace all the seals, get a seal kit because it's cheaper. And if I'm doing that, I might as well replace the motor mounts because I have those and I've just been putting them off. And if I'm doing all that, I might as well pull the motor. I might as well clean them up because they're dirty. And I might as well paint them. So, I got the transmission out. It only took me 4.5 hours. And now I'm scraping off all the mud. Here's a good look of how much there is. It's like 2 inches thick. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Well, like I said, tranny's out. Now I'm working on the motor. I can't get this exhaust manifold to get loose from that. So I just took it off the head. Ready to pull the motor. I think I got everything taken off. I've been repairing wires and taking off things I thought were useless. Notably, there was like 4 inches worth of my ground wire from the battery to the block that was just open wire covered in oil. So I'm sure that wasn't causing me any issues. But yeah, looks like I'm about ready to pull her. I'm debating taking the radiator out just in case the engine sways, but I think I got enough room. Here's more wire I had to repair. Well, oh, and I just pulled aside the whatchamacallit, that power steering pump, and the brake master cylinder because I didn't feel like opening those systems. Alright, let's see if she'll come up. Well, as you can see, I got the transmission and engine out, and I've just been cleaning off all the dirt and mud that's collected because, man, it was a pain in the ass to get them motor mount bolts out. Yeah, these motor mounts are pretty bad. I mean, this one's not horrible, I guess. This one, though, this one's shot. And I only broke one bolt, or one stud. And it was on my exhaust manifold, so yeah. I guess this is just going to be held on with just the one stud, because yeah, I'm not going to try to fix that. Got the good old 400 out. As you can see, she needs a good cleaning like the transmission does. I have to go get my other motor mount stand because I need the arms off it to mount this up. I also need to take this clutch off it. Yep, and then I'm going to tear it down and start putting new seals and stuff. A lot of work. I might pressure wash this engine bay real quick, but also I might not because I got a lot of open hoses. I'll give it a quick rinse. What the hell? 63, running like a champ in this 20-degree weather. Anywho, oh yeah, there's a pile from the transmission. That's a pile from the engine bay, and I'm curious to see how big the pile from the motor is going to be. Well, I might as well show you what the transmission looks like now. If I can remember where the light switch is for this place. She's still got a lot of dirt and mud and stuff that I just can't get off. It's like concrete, so I'm probably just gonna paint over it because no one looks at this anyways. There's a little slop in there, but I'm not really worried about it. I'll rebuild the transmission another day. Yeah, but I gotta get my motor mount stand so I can mount this up. But first, I guess I should take off this clutch assembly so I can actually have a mounting place. And then tomorrow I'm going to strip this down, clean it up, put the new seals and gaskets and everything, and then throw the motor back in. Well, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint them both actually. Throw the motor back in, and then throw the transmission back in, get everything plugged back in, and hope she still runs and drives. I need to eventually get new exhaust, but I'm going to make that work now. I'm going to need to get a new starter because whoever put this in, see how one bolt goes this way, the other one threads into the alternator or the starter itself? Well, someone had it threaded in this way, so it wasn't. The transmission bell housing is supposed to be on this side, so it like holds the starter tight to it. Well, because they only had a thread in this way, there's nothing mounting the top part, so it's wiggling. As you can see, it gouged out that, took a little bit of the teeth off, and it did in fact damage the flywheel a little bit. It's really hard to tell, but I think it's going to be savable. I'm not too worried, as long as, yeah, I'm going to try to get it machined because I can't really find a new one. Yeah. That's so fucking, yeah, but other than that, I need to get a high-powered alternator. I'm probably going to get one that has like 240 amps compared to this 70 amp one because I have a lot of extra stuff hooked up and it's kind of flickering the lights, so I have a lot of bolts I need to clean up and wire wheel and make look pretty again. I'm not doing that tonight because I'm actually tapped out. I'm gonna clean up, eat my snacks and drinks, relax, sleep. Well, I don't remember where I left off, but motor's out. It's officially on a stand. So today is the teardown. Gonna completely strip it and clean it up, replace the gaskets, seals, all the good stuff, all the rubber basically, and then replace the clutch, motor mounts, paint the transmission and the engine, throw it back in hopefully in the next 2.5 days I have left, so yay. Well, I'm starting to get this thing a little more torn down. I wish you guys could have seen just how clogged up this port was with the carbon and the EGR valve. Let me just show you what the gasket looked like. This part of the gasket went right here, I think, over that port that I showed you, and you can still see the carbon buildup on it. So, yeah. And I'm planning on just getting rid of that plate. I don't know where I put it. Oh. Because it has the EGR shit on it, and I figured my carburetor should be able to clear everything on here, so we're going to try it out. Hope it does, because I don't want to have any more emission shit on here. Yeah, now time to take intake, valve covers, heads, brackets, all that fun shit off. Well, I got the intake off. Let me mind you, that thing's got to be like 100 pounds because I took all the bolts out and went to lift it. I'm like, huh, what's holding it on? Get a screwdriver in there, lift it up, it pops right off. Go to lift it again, finally get the budge. Yeah, it's just heavy as fuck. Anyways, I needed to take the intake off. Looks like I had horrible gaskets sealing my oil galleys for my... Jesus, this engine is dirty. But yeah, that's a puddle. That's like a puddle. Is this all one gasket? Holy shit, I don't think I have this. Oh. I guess I'll have to reuse it. Is that even an option? That's heads. That's exhaust. Oh, well, guess I'll have to try to save it. Well, I've made progress. I've gotten the heads off, and well, a heartbreaking discovery has been made. I mean, nothing to do with the cylinders. They're all, well, a lot of carbon buildup and chunks, but you know, I got it. Yeah, it's pretty gross in this block, not gonna lie, but that's not where the depressingness is found. Took off this head, and I'm guessing this was the driver's side. Looks good. Looks good. Not good. Come over to this one. Little bit of carbon buildup, but not bad. Not bad. Well, I got it all cleaned up. Now I'm going to replace the front main and the rear main seal, and then I'm going to put it all back together. I decided I'm just going to rock with the heads as they are. Temporarily. I'm going to save up, get the valves, get springs. I'm just going to get a whole new head assembly, and then rebuild it then. Because it's easy enough to take the intake off and the head gaskets while it's on the vehicle. But I can't have this here for too much longer. Well, I can, but my coworkers might not like it, so I'm going to get it so I can drive it next week, and then get the stuff to rebuild the heads completely. Or maybe I'll just buy new heads. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to get this ready to, well, put it back together, paint it, and then come back tomorrow and throw them in. Tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, I'll throw them in. Well, we're getting pretty deep into this now, but we got the rear main seal. Well, part of it. The other part's obviously right there. Finished the front main and put the new gasket for timing cover and the water pump on, torqued it down, reinstalled the harmonic balancer. Hopefully I put all the bolts in the water pump. Anyways, so now I'm going to do the rear main, and then I'm going to flip it over, put the oil pan back on, then paint it once I get this up. I don't know if I'm just the luckiest man alive, but the rear main seal is in there, right? I took a fucking, I don't know, Torx 10 screwdriver and I put it on there, and I got pissed. I hit the metal piece right there on the seal, and it just went, and then I was able to just pull it out. After trying so many methods of screw and shit, it just how fucking funny. Oh, let's put the new one in then. Well, I got all the bottom end seals done. Now I just got to put the head gaskets on, put the intake gasket on again, clean up and paint the heads, put them back on. Then I gotta put the distributor and thermostat and hoses and rebuild or finish building the engine again. All this stuff. Put the clutch in, then put the engine in, put the transmission in, and then send her on her way. Well, for now, until I get the valve, and I gotta look into that, see if I can just get away with rebuilding the heads, and I'm sure I can just leave that. Probably have to replace the lifters, but that's easy enough. I don't have to tear apart anything that I just did. I gotta say, I'm a little concerned with some of the water pump bolts. 2 of them. I guess the threads are just too worn out because I went to torque them to 20 foot-pounds, I think it was, or 15, something like that, and they just want to torque, want to tighten. So if it leaks, I'm going to silicone the fuck out of it. Because that is the right thing to do. Anyways, I gotta, I have today and tomorrow to get this truck out of here and ready to go. Also, here's how the transmission turned out. It's very dark blue. It's not going to match the engine's blue. This is old Ford blue. That's just regular Ford blue, as you can see. And then I painted the intake silver, or chrome. I chromed it, and it came out fucking great. And it's going to match with the Holly shit pretty well, I think. Yeah. That's how that blue's going to look. I'm excited. I got the valve covers finishing up right now. Like I said, I just gotta do the heads and the block tomorrow. How exciting. Well, she's about to go back in. I think she turned out alright. I didn't paint the heads because I'm actually just gonna replace them. It's easier than trying to get them machined and get the new valves to fit. So it's just going back in like this because I ran before with the valves like as they were, so we'll see if it does it again. New heads are on, headers are on. I gotta do some work on the bottom of this one to make it clear of the drag link, but it's on. Whew. Now let's do rockers, rocker arms, then intake, valve covers. Yeah. Then I gotta build the exhaust. Whew. Well, I'm getting belts tomorrow, hoses tomorrow, 1-inch spacer for my carburetor tomorrow. So all I got left to do tonight is fan shroud, water pump fan, and then brake booster, put the master cylinder back. And then I get to go underneath and weld up an exhaust. How exciting, but look how nice this looks. I mean, it's multicolor, which is kind of a preference of mine. I feel like one color is just too plain, and I would prefer if it was all like, it was two-tone, but I didn't feel like painting the heads due to my own laziness, so it kind of fits because it got old pulleys and stuff, and then, yeah. I don't know, I like it. It's not too fancy. Well, the Ford project is almost done. I got the new radiator in, coolant, all that. Put it back together, started it, tuned it, timed it, and yeah. So the only things I have left are to I gotta replace the headers, that I just bought because I bought cheap ones and they just don't clear like they should. I had to dent it to clear the gearbox, and then it was interfering with the drag link, so it's just a mess. So I'm just gonna get higher quality headers. So that's all I got left is headers, and then I'm gonna chop up the exhaust system and kind of make my own exhaust for it. Besides that, we don't have a belt on this because I can't get one long enough, and because of the headers I have this push so far forward, I can't get the belt on. So many problems. Also, the belt looks like it's going to interfere with that lower radiator hose, so I think I have that on backwards. But anyways, it runs. I'll show you.